I want you to take that shit. I want you to stand on it like I stood on it. I want you to stand on it. And stand on that shit. Stand on that shit. Stand on it all the way, man. Stand on that shit all the way. Stand on it all the way. And I want you to be right there. I want you to go back there and help her. I want you to help her, even though she you over. Help her. Help her. Because that's what you're doing. Go look up narcissistic shit. Go look up that shit and you'll see they always have they little, what they call them.
Chach said. The streets of Atlanta were filled with talk and tension after the DNA results involving rapper Lil Scrappy were finally revealed. For months, fans of love and hip-hop had followed the rumors, emotional interviews, and cryptic Instagram posts. Everyone wanted to know the truth. When it finally came out, Scrappy was not the father. It shook the entire cast and their followers. Reactions poured in from all sides, but none grabbed more attention than Erica Pinkett's. Erica had stayed silent in the days leading up to the reveal. Her name had been loosely tied to the drama, and insiders hinted she knew more than she was letting on. Her silence wasn't out of guilt, it was deliberate. And when she finally broke it, she didn't speak in interviews or go on a rant. She posted a single message to her Instagram story, a black background with the words, "Told all, but you don't listen to the truth until the lie falls apart." That short sentence was enough to set the internet on fire. Fans started dissecting her message immediately. Some believed she had warned Scrappy all along. Others thought she had been part of private conversations, maybe even off-camera talks, that made the truth obvious to her before it came out. People close to production claimed Erica had even been asked to film a reaction scene, but refused unless she could speak freely, unedited, and raw. That demand didn't sit well with producers, who feared what she might reveal if given full control of her words. Rumors continued to grow. One source claimed Erica had proof text messages, voice notes, and other receipts that some cast members already knew the truth, but had kept quiet for the sake of creating drama. Meanwhile, a hairstylist who had worked the most recent reunion said Erica confronted another female cast member backstage. The situation got so heated that security was called, and Erica was reportedly escorted out. No fight broke out, but the tension was thick enough to cut. Even without a public interview, Erica's few actions and quiet shade sparked endless speculation. Some fans begged her to go live and spill everything. Others respected her decision to move carefully. Whether she felt vindicated by the test results or had more hidden behind the scenes, one thing was certain: Erica Pinkett's reaction wasn't just a casual comment. It was a sharp reminder that in the world of reality, TV, the truth rarely comes without chaos. As the buzz continued online, Atlanta stayed restless. The gossip hadn't slowed down. Barbershops, beauty salons, and local lounges were all filled with people debating what had really happened. Earlier in the week, Scrappy had gone live on Instagram to share the DNA results. He confirmed he wasn't the father and appeared relieved. Bambi sat beside him, emotionless. Scrappy said he had been pressured into doubt, but was glad the truth came out. To Erica Pinkett, though, his tone was hurtful. The way he announced the news made it seem like she had lied or tried to trap him. That wasn't true. She hadn't demanded the test out of confusion. She asked for it because she felt people around Scrappy were spreading doubt behind her back. She didn't want rumors to continue twisting reality, especially when her name and reputation were on the line. Rather than vent online, Erica decided to talk to someone who had lived through similar pain. She reached out to Erica Dixon, the mother of Scrappy's daughter, Emily. Dixon knew how messy things could get with Scrappy and how quickly the public could twist a story. She agreed to meet Pinkett without hesitation. They chose a quiet lounge far from cameras and social media. Erica Pinkett arrived, looking calm and composed, but her eyes revealed how much she had been holding in. She didn't need the DNA test to validate her. What she needed was someone to understand how betrayed she felt. Over wine and deep conversation, she unpacked her feelings. It wasn't the test result that made her angry. It was the way Scrappy celebrated it publicly, as if escaping some made-up trap. She never claimed the child was his for certain. She had simply asked for clarity, but instead of handling it privately, Scrappy had turned it into a public moment of pride, while people tore her down online. Bambi, too, had defended him aggressively, painting Erica as someone chasing fame or clout. That narrative felt unfair and damaging. Across the city, Bambi had her own reaction. She believed the test proved Erica Pinkett was stirring the pot for attention, but under her frustration was something deeper fear. The results might have cleared Scrappy, but they didn't erase the fact that he had kept things from her. That secrecy shook her trust. Their marriage was already shaky. This only made it worse. Mama D, Scrappy's outspoken mother, had a front row seat to all of it. While she had often supported Bambi for the sake of her son, she had never fully trusted her. Now, even she couldn't defend what Scrappy had done. She had taught her son to be honest and respectful. But in this case, he had failed both women by leaving things unsaid and unresolved. Feeling the need to bring some peace, Mama D decided to show up at the lounge where the two Ericas were meeting. She didn't come to start trouble, but to listen. She agreed with Erica Pinkett for once Scrappy had handled everything poorly. Not just the test, but the way he let the narrative spiral into something toxic. What no one expected was Bambi walking in moments later. She had tracked Mama D's location and didn't want a conversation happening without her being part of it. She arrived tense and ready for a fight, but what she found was different. The room wasn't filled with gossip or anger. It was filled with tired, fed-up women who had all been affected by the same man's lack of accountability. The talk was real. It wasn't about blaming or shaming. It was about being exhausted from the lies, the silence, and the games. All of them had been dragged into something they didn't create. They were tired of being used, tired of fighting each other while Scrappy avoided real responsibility. Then, unexpectedly, Emily showed up. Erica Dixon's daughter, now a young woman, had heard whispers about the meeting and decided to come. She didn't speak loudly, but her presence said more than words ever could. She had grown up watching all the chaos. The drama didn't just live on TV, it had shaped her real life. She didn't point fingers. She didn't pick sides. She simply said what needed to be said. Everyone needed to do better. Be better. And stop letting one man's choices become everyone else's pain. The room went still. There were no more outbursts, no more back and forth. Just quiet reflection. In that moment, they all realized they had more in common than they wanted to admit. They weren't enemies. They were women trying to survive the same emotional mess. Erica Pinkett left that night, not because a DNA test proved her right, but because she stood in her truth. She didn't let the show twist her into the villain. She walked away with her dignity. Bambi went home unsure if her marriage could survive any more secrets. Mama D began planning a private family talk, not for a show, but to bring healing. And Erica Dixon left with quiet pride, knowing her daughter had grown strong, wise, and unwilling to repeat the same mistakes. As for Scrappy, the world could only wait to see if he would finally face the damage he caused, or keep pretending it wasn't his to fix.